Hello and welcome to the Gaiscioch Family Summit of April 2016. I'm your host, Benjamin Foglata-Foley, the Founders and Activities Director for the Gaiscioch Social Gaming Community. This month was a big month. I actually got some free time and I made some changes that I've been wanting to make for a few years now, in fact. So let's go ahead and take a quick tour of what's all happened this last month. Reminder, we're in our second month of the Double Up charity event. So if you are interested in helping out support some children's charities that are looking for stuffed animal donations, you can go over to our charity section and choose which place you would like to donate to. You can order from Coles Cares, which will donate to the Children's Health and Education Services, and then have those animals shipped direct to one of 3 charities that are collecting those animals to help displaced children. So be sure to head on over to gaiscoch.info/charity. Check out those 3 charities. New and improved member experience. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very, very, very long time. I was pretty much been watching over time and watching where people get left behind, where they kind of fell out of the family, where there was disconnects. And one of the things is like getting a member invite in game. A lot of people weren't giving us the name to invite. So like they would join Guild Wars 2, but they wouldn't give us their arena ID, so we didn't have a name to actually invite. And then they would just disappear, and we'd never hear from them again. So instead, I made it so that there's a new mail that gets sent to you. If after 2 days you don't enter that in, they'll actually send you a mail saying, hey, we'd love to invite you, but we don't have your information. If you put that information in, we can issue you an invite. So it basically just helps keep people connected. These pretty much every time that you rank up in the family, you usually will get one of these. There's also other important messages, like if you have a credo, it'll tell you that, it'll send you a mail that says, hey, you have a new credo to accept. This basically is hopefully closing the pitfalls that we have so that people aren't going to get left behind. They're not going to fall out of the family. They're going to continuously stay connected. So it's kind of what the system's designed to do. I implemented the first major wave of them to close the biggest stopgaps that we have. And I've got a handful of others that I plan on plugging in over time. On top of that, I made some family structure changes. One thing that's been bothering me for a while is that we have several different types of Irish and Scottish and Gaelic and Middle Irish and Old Irish, and yeah, we had so many different languages used in a ranking structure, and I finally just decided, you know what, I can't find a translator that's fluent in Middle Irish, so we're just going to go with Modern Irish. So I changed all the rank names to Modern Irish. I rearranged a couple of them, like Locke is now at the top where it should be. That is kind of your legendary hero in Celtic folklore. So we wanted that to be pretty much the top of the family ranks. So that's where that went. So some of you will notice your ranks have changed on the website. Your actual rank number hasn't changed. It's just the title has changed. So be sure to head over to the structure page to check out what the new ranks are. It's pretty much just the names changed, and the lock rank requirements changed. We made it so that anybody could become a lock. You don't have to be a leader to become a lock now. So that was a nice change. Additionally, I decided that while I'm making these changes, we might as well add in the male-female based titles. So females in the community will no longer be referred to as a lord. You will now be a lady. So yeah, we have gender-specific roles now, so that you'll have either the masculine or feminine form of that title. So it'll no longer be calling you a man if you're a lady. It's just bad. So that should hopefully make some of the Irish grammar Nazis out there very happy and not cranky anymore. I rearranged the roles to be more in line with the traditional Celtic society hierarchy. In addition, there's now a unique title system that's based on your gender, your family rank, your devotion rank, and your warlord rank. You will see the unique emblems on the right and left side of this slide. Those are just some examples of what would happen. The neat thing is that there are 7 different shield shapes. There are 11 different family or devotion ranks and 11 different warlord ranks. So there's literally about 200 some combinations of shields that you can get. So at the beginning, all of you start with the shield that you see up in the top left. And through your Gaiscioch career, your shield develops and tells a story about your history with our community. So whether you lead events, whether you have been with us for a long time, that all shows on your totem. So I kind of wanted it to be kind of like a family coat of arms that you earn over time and build up. Sorry, mouse wheel going crazy. Too much caffeine. And then we created meaningful devotion ranks based on how long you've been with the community. So those will be the animal totems that you see on the foreground of the shield. The color will be your warlord rank. And then I'm also, on your title, you'll see the Irish name for the colors. So I'm going to pleasantly teach you the Irish colors in Gaelic. So I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to start teaching you guys some things. So, hey. So we do have two new locks with the new system. Leslie of the Stars, congratulations, and Kitty. Both of them met the requirements for the new lock rank. That is 2 years of active membership, 150,000 family honor points, and 150,000 contribution. This is pretty much the pinnacle of the Gaiscioch family ranks. There is nowhere else to go at this point. From here, they continue building up their warlord track, and they continue building up their devotion track. So they should be continuing that course for, at least 15 years. So there you go. Congratulations to both of you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the family progress report. This month we actually went up over last month, so we've been on a slow, steady gain of active membership. I think that was largely due to the introduction of the Warhammer and Black Desert groups. Both of those have brought new members into our family. So the social adventures are definitely starting to bring some new people in. We've seen even Camelot Unchained actually brought, I think, 4 people in this month. Just people that saw us on the forums and said, hey, I want to be a part of this, so they joined. So that's really good. GW2 and ESO both showed drops this month, which we kind of expected with the release of Black Desert. Pretty much any time. Well, you have Black Desert and you have Division, both of which pulled people away. So it's traditional, typical, very common to see whenever there's a big release of a game, we have drops. So let's take a look over at Guild Wars 2. This is our Guild Wars 2 population. As you can see, we're on a 5-month decline. That has pretty much been a symptom of Hot coming out and Hot being very grindy, and people coming to check out Hot, and then you can see about where we hit 509 was basically the build up to Hot, and that was pretty much the pinnacle, and then it kind of dropped off after people got through the Hot content. So not sure what's all going to happen there. We're going to continue to stabilize and kind of just ride this out and see where it goes. There's supposed to be big changes coming in April. So if we take a look at what's going on in Guild Wars 2, they got their quarterly patch due sometime in April, probably mid-April, I guess. We would have heard about it already if it was early April, so it's either mid to late. The commander on deck on the Sanctum World site have pulled offline until I can find out what they're doing to World v. World. They have announced there's World v. World changes incoming. I just don't know what. So I really don't want to fix it with a new time change that they added in, if they're going to make me rechange it back to another time, or if they're going to redo how they do things. It's just a whole lot of programming to worry about and waste time until I know what the bigger picture is. So I'm basically putting that on a little hiatus until I figure out what they're doing with it. Scribing cost reduction, this is supposed to be a drastic scribing cost reduction. So inside Gaiscioch Naral and in Sork, I've activated the resonator and everything else so you guys can craft your hearts away as much as you want. Feel free to knock yourself out. I do ask that if you are decorating the guild halls, you do not touch the memorial. That is the area to the north of the entry spawn point. That's up on top of all the buildings. There are 4 big buildings up there. Each one of them is devoted towards a fallen member of our family. I ask that you do not touch those. I personally am working on those, and I personally am going to see to them being decorated. So anything else, feel free to knock yourself out. Those are mine. So let's go ahead and do the Guild Wars 2 events and announcements. If you have any kind of announcement you would like to make, go ahead and type X now in chat and we will call on you. For my events, my Tuesday night events, we will continue running missions in World v. World at 5 p.m. for missions, 6 p.m. for mission or World v. World. And then Saturday nights at 11, we're going to run missions. At 12 midnight Sunday morning, we're going to run World v. World. That World v. World will most likely just be an hour-long World v. World session. I don't think I'm going to keep going until 2 a.m. We have the football team on Sunday morning, so I really don't want to strain myself out and not get any sleep for that. Alright, so who has an event that they would like to talk about? X up in Twitch or YouTube chat, please.
Do you
Go ahead,
see me?
Jay.
I am running 2 events per week at the moment. One of them I run on Mondays, where I go around at the moment doing various jumping puzzles for people that they need. Either I teach them how to jump it themselves if they're interested, or I speedrun the jumping puzzles with the help of a friendly mesmer and port whoever needs the achievement up. And if we run out of jumping puzzles to do, we'll move on to new achievements. And on Sundays, I'll be running 2 different events. One that cycles every 2 weeks will be the new Heart of Thorns meta events for anyone that hasn't gotten into them yet, or dabbled in them a little, needs a little help with what to do, or just wants to run it with a bunch of guild friends. And in the week in between, I'm going to run Heart of Thorns Hero Challenge runs, where I cycle through the maps to get you all the hero points that are easily accessible on the HOT maps. So if you care to join, look at the calendar for the times my events run, and I hope to see you out in the field.
Thank you, Jay. Jima, go ahead.
Okay, I have a Monday afternoon event at 2:15 where we just do low-level map clears. On the days we don't fight and we're in the basic areas, we take a adventure to one of the guild halls and get our waypoints in there. On Saturdays, we run a little longer, 2 hours usually. Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific. And we do map clears again. So if you have any little tunes that need little areas, that's what I do.
Thank you, Jima. Go ahead, Smith.
All right. Well, Wednesday evenings, as usual, is always my World versus World event. It does run from 5 p.m. Pacific to 7 p.m. Pacific. So that's the community event that I have going on. We've been doing quite well out in the fields. Have a lot of new people coming in. If you have not run through World versus World before, it is an excellent event to come out and bring a low-level tune, or if you just have questions about World versus World, please come on out and we can help you with anything you need to know about it, and we'll see you on the field.
Thank you, Smitty. Jay, your twin brother wants to say something.
Yeah, right?
My evil twin.
I know.
No. But in Guild Wars 2, since the raids came out with Heart of Thorns, if you're interested in raiding, we have 2 different raid groups. One is Friday evenings at 7 p.m. PST. One is Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. PST. Both are groups that are glad to accept new people willing to learn. Best is to sign up for the events to make sure you get a room, but most of the times there's always spaces to fill. And it's just something, if you are interested in raiding, just know what's going on in there. Feel free to join either one of those events run by Soren or Colin in our guild. Both of them aren't here, so I thought that's an event I'd promote, since it's always fun to explore new areas of a game with friends and with guildmates, and it's just something that I thought, hey, let's enjoy together.
That's good. Thanks, Jay.
Okay, I don't know how to put an X in yet.
Go ahead, Leslie.
Okay, it's Leslie, and I have 3 World versus World events through the week. One is Thursday at 11:30 a.m. The other is on Friday at 12 a.m. They're scheduled for 3 hours, but a lot of times we go 3.5 to 4. And it's Sunday 4 p.m. PD time until 7 or 7:30. And if you're doing something else and you want to get it finished, you can always hop up, guys, in any of our World versus World events, and just come and have some fun up there helping us fight the war. And you can claim it as long as you claim the rest of it that you were there for. That's just sometimes the bottom box people forget about, and then they lose their credit, and you've got to explain it to them.
All right, thank you, Leslie. Jay, Wanassi?
Yep. We have the World Boss Hunts. They're on Monday morning at 9 a.m. and another one at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. We're doing 10 to 11 of the bosses, depending on how the time frame falls. You're welcome to come to one boss if that's all you can make, or welcome to come to all. We have food and banners periodically through the event. Bring friends. It's open to everybody who wants to join us, whether they're in the guild or not. So if you have any questions, you need help getting some of the World Boss waypoints, just send me a little mail in-game, and I will be glad to help you out with that.
Sounds good. Anyone else for Guild Wars 2? Alrighty then, let's continue on to ESO. So Elder Scrolls Online, we saw a bit of a dip this month. That's largely due to the Division and Black Desert. I'm pretty sure that probably either next month or the month after we'll see a rebound. So don't panic. The roof isn't falling, the sky isn't falling. We got Old Goat who wanted to say something. Go ahead, Goat. I don't hear you.
Yeah, your mic seems to be muted.
Sorry about that. It's just been one of those days.
It's okay.
Dungeon Master Sunday is just what it sounds like. It's a group that gets together to do all the dungeons to get the Dungeon Master achievement, which means you have to do them all once. We've also expanded that now to include people who want story modes for the PvP tracks. Just kind of let us know in advance. Email me in game or email me at the guild website. I'm Old Goat. And we'll get a group together and run you through and get that for you. Thursdays, we're doing a reset thing for people that want to get extra dungeon tokens. We try to do a dungeon before and after reset to get twice as many. Saturdays, we do Heart of Thorns story stuff or dungeons, depending on who shows up and what everybody wants to do. If you're in the Heart of Thorns story somewhere and you're having a hard time doing it alone, come join us. We'll find somebody who's close and we can get together and all do it. And it makes it a lot easier, even up to and including the final boss. Thank you.
Thank you, Goat. So, we do have some few coming soon things that I've seen in the forums. First of all, those nameplates is my most anticipated thing that's coming to ESO. And then the Dark Brotherhood patch, which we should have a little bit more about it in the magazine. So I do suggest reading the magazine. We've been publishing some pretty good content about ESO. It's very good coverage there. For those that are playing ESO, I'm going to be running a Aldemary Part 2 event for the newbie area on the second Thursday of the month. So not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after. Or next Thursday. What week is it? The 14th. There you go. So the 14th. You can join me in the Aldemary newbie land as we finish our second half of the exploration of that first zone. Pretty much doing the zone clear, taking care of the dungeons and the various dolmens Any other ESO commanders want to share their events with the crew? Go ahead, Burf.
Yeah, since our fearless guild manager had a tree fall on her internet connection, I will try to fill in for Prissy. She has a event normally on tonight at this time for learning the new raid. And we usually run it at a lower level and try to get everybody in on the mechanics of the different bosses. And then tomorrow night we'll try to get on VR16. We found out that there's only been one guild in Europe that has cleared it so far, so I think we did really exceptional last week, and I think a lot of people had a good time. I think she has another Rothgard dailies. I thought it was vet map clearance, but it's on the map on the calendar as Rothgard dailies. And if anybody else has anything else they want to chip in on. I guess that's all I had if Jerome wants to talk.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, Jerome. Go ahead, Jerome.
Alright, I'm going to be scheduling a couple of trips where I will take people in and show them how to complete heists with maximum reward, should they so desire. So be on the lookout for those. I know a lot of people have commented that they're high anxiety and they aren't sure what they're doing in there. So I will try to help you find the tips and tricks that'll get you the max rewards.
Sounds good. Thank you. Anyone else?
I'd just like to throw in some kudos to some of our new people that are stepping forward to, take the reins to run some of these dungeons and things. We've got
Pops, looks like you muted yourself somehow. Heard the first half of whatever you were saying.
But then again, he muted himself and he also deafened himself, so we can't hear you.
He really did a number on himself.
Aww.
All right, Pops, continue.
probably a good thing, but anyway, I just wanted to kudos to everybody.
Thanks, Pops. All right, continuing on, Gaiscioch Magazine. Next issue is Exploring Futures. I'm going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how we select chapters. I'm also writing an article about avoiding pitfalls in game development. I'm going to be highlighting a few of the examples that we've lived in the past, the things that pretty much people introduced into a game that killed it, and the effects that it had on our community. So it's going to be from our perspective of what things people can do to a game that really damage its ability to carry on. It's not going to be a wide thing where this is 100% accurate for everybody. This is just what we've experienced. So I think that will be a good thing for the game developers out there. We also have Ed Orr, who's going to the conference floor at EGX Res. He will be wandering that floor for 4 days, interviewing game developers for the magazine. So he'll have a whole array of things to include in the magazine. So thank you so much, Ed, for being in Europe and being able to take that on. This was also marks the very first time that we've gotten a member of the press into a conference with a press pass. So Gaiscioch Magazine is now recognized to the level that we can get people into conferences with a press pass. So that's pretty cool. We also have interviews with Warwitch, the Twitch streamer. We're interviewing Pantheon, Orcs Must Die Unchained, and a few others that I'm not going to tell until I get confirmation that they're coming. So if you'd like to learn more about the magazine, gsch.info/mag. On to the live streams. Our streaming statistics, we went up 8 Twitch.tv subscribers this last month. It's been a kind of slow month for us. YouTube, it was a plus 10, so we grew a little bit more on YouTube than we did in Twitch, which is kind of reverse than usual. But hey, view-wise, we increased to 29,526 views of our Twitch videos. We had 107,397 views of our YouTube videos. So those numbers are growing rather rapidly. This is our stream calendar. So we, as you guys know, we started with 1 stream, and then it was 2 streams, and then 3, and yeah, now we're got full 7-day-a-week calendar pretty much. Monday is Streams of Epic Adventure. Tuesday is Siege War. Thursday is the Social Adventures. Fridays is Smitty Streams. Saturdays, Weekend Warriors. Saturday late night is Club Gaiscioch, and every day, 3 p.m., we have the side quests. So the Streams of Epic Adventure, that's 6 p.m. Pacific on Monday nights. We are coming up April 4th, Orcs Must Die. April 11th, Titan Siege. April 18th, Angels Fall First. April 25th, Nuclear Dawn. Weekend Warriors, this is a new one that just launched. We had our second battle of the day in Orcs Must Die Unchained. It's a PvP focused live stream, whereas the Streams of Epic Adventure is a cooperative focused live stream. So next week we will be playing Loadout. April 16th we will be playing the open beta of Blood or Battleborn. April 23rd, Dirty Bomb, and May 7th, Happy Wars. You can learn more about that by going to gsch.info/ww. And you can tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m. Pacific on Twitch or on YouTube. Social Adventures, this month we are running 3 the last Thursday of the month. I will be out of town, so I won't be able to run that. Sorry, guys. But we will be doing Warhammer Online and Elder Scrolls Online this month. We are actively waiting for the Node Wars to come into play in Black Desert, and we plan on showing those on the Social Adventures as soon as they're available. But as of right now, it's really hard to get a big group of people together to do much of anything. So we want to kind of save that for when it's really potent and powerful. So Smitty Streams. Smitty, you want to go ahead and promo this?
Yeah, sure. We have some great games coming up in terms of indie titles and co-op titles. Into the Stars on April 11th is a nice space exploration game. Prop Hunt is a nice co-op game. If you are familiar with, it's basically hide and seek within the world of Gary's Mod. Abyss Odyssey is an interesting side-scrolling fighter game. And Citizens of Earth, I become the vice president of the world to save it. So lots of interesting, fun stuff coming up. I'm always looking for new indie titles or new co-op games. I've been working a lot with the stream team Mercs to give some excellent content. I know we just finished up another round of Duck Hunt this last night, which was an excellent game. So check it out on YouTube and keep an eye out for new stuff coming up.
And one thing about the Mercs is if you're interested in being one of our Mercs, these are people that we call on to join us in streams regularly. Please feel free to drop me a line, and we'd be happy. You have to be okay with talking on camera, though. We only want outwardly personalities and people that love to chat. So it's a very social thing, and we look for characters. So characters wanted. Bring it.
Still surprised I'm in there.
Yes, Tiny Dancer. So side quest lineup. This current lineup right now is The Division on Mondays, Dragon Age Inquisition Tuesdays, Wednesday is Last of Us, Thursdays Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Fridays is Uncharted 3. Once those are complete, or for Division as soon as Ratchet & Clank's released, we'll be streaming Ratchet & Clank on the Mondays. Tuesdays will be Divinity Original Sin. Wednesday will become Beyond Two Souls, Thursday Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Friday is Uncharted 4 once it's released. You can learn more by going to gsch.info/sidequests. Those are weekdays at 3. So at this point, I want to open up the floor for questions and answers. If anyone has any questions that they would like to ask, now is the time. Feel free to type them into Twitch chat, YouTube chat, or the Discord questions chat. And Smitty will read them out loud, or you can type X if you would prefer to say it yourself. And for those that are tuning in on Twitch, you can join us on Discord by going to gsch.info/CE. And you will bounce right into our Discord. All right, Jay, go ahead.
Again, not a question, but something I'd like to say, as I often do in the on the family summits, is just a shout out and thank you to Fog for putting the amount of work and effort you put into the website and our community that you do. I'm sure I'm not alone on this, that I truly appreciate all the work you put into this, and just that I'm happy to help with what I can and happy to be in the stream team mergs and have fun with you guys, and hope that other people have fun with us on stream.
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, it's quite an ordeal, but it's also what I love doing. So it helps that I love this and I love what we do and I love seeing the reaction that people have, and I love that Jay loves killing me. And it's good. It's good.
Oh
Sometimes,
yes.
sometimes this guy likes to die by other causes than fall damage. So it's good.
All the work you keep putting into the website for us, Fog, it's really the last, I don't know, 3 weeks or so, everything you've done with the changes, and it's really good for newcomers. I see that you can click on and see so much, so it's going to be less frustrating for us to explain it to them when they become a family member and they look at the website and they go, "Oh Lord, what do I do?" So you've done a lot of work lately. That's just it's really stupendous.
Thank you, guys. It's an
I'd
honor
like
to
to say
serve you
something
guys.
as well. I'd like to say something as well, Fog, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'd like to say thank you for allowing me into the family. I know it's been about 1.5 years, but I want to say thank you for letting me into the family to enjoy being able to play with you guys and have the support and the ability to help the people that are in need.
Hey man, it's great having you here. I just wish that your computer would be nicer to you.
That will be true. That's one of actually I come to find out about that. The adapter that I'm running is not that strong enough for the router I'm using.
I don't know, Bear. You bought a brand new computer so you could finally play. And
No, I know that. But listen, come to find out through some tests that I've ran, and I'm still running another one. The connection that I'm using is not that strong enough to be able to stay connected into it.
So it's your internet then.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's the internet controller that I'm using. Here, I'll show you what I'm using.
It's okay. Let's talk about this after.
Okay.
Verv, go ahead.
Don't worry.
So
No.
I had a couple
Go
of
ahead,
people.
Fud. Go ahead, Fud.
I've had a couple people today try to download Discord, the desktop program, and got a download error. I just wondered if anybody had run into it. Do we have any problem solving tips? Anything going on with that?
Have they tried
Download
going
failed.
to discordapp.com and download it directly from there?
Correct.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that today. It might just be something up with their cloud. So I'd say try tomorrow, maybe?
I'll pass that up for a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen that error yet. But I can take a look at it and see if there's anything on the forums or something. We can talk after if you like.
All right.
Alright, next question. Smitty, you want to read that one? Right underneath Verves.
Right underneath Verves.
Twitch.
I'm looking.
Take your time there, Smitty.
You mean pancakes, French toasts, or waffles?
Yes.
Because that is a super important question.
This is
obviously
high
French
priority.
toast.
We need to drop everything. This is the great dilemma. First of all, pancakes never been my favorite. Sorry guys, sorry pancake people, not my favorite. French toast is my favorite. However, it makes me deathly sick. So I feel miserable all day if I eat it. But it is my favorite. Waffles are my safety food. I eat that, I feel fine. So Well, I have to go with waffles because at least I can get a workday done.
Well, the thing about French toast is it can be both savory and or sweet. I know people who put syrup on it as well as just salt and pepper. So it's kind of like a multi-purpose food, if you will. So that's why I prefer French toast.
And I agree with Kearney. Biscuits, that is my poison right there. I can eat a whole set of biscuits by myself. I love them.
Oh, biscuits and gravy. Oh,
With a side of scrapple.
nah, I can't
I'm
do
gonna
that
be.
stuff.
I'm gonna be
Sausage
honest.
gravy.
I'm gonna be honest. Speaking with waffles, I actually eat waffles all the time, and come to find out from research that waffles are generally not good for you because of the syrup that they run, because of the ingredients that they use within the waffle.
You just have to make homemade ones and then you know what ingredients are in it.
That's why you eat French toast instead.
I would eat waffles, believe it. The only reason I eat the waffles is because before I go to work, I usually would eat waffles.
All right, Finn, go ahead.
I don't think Fim downloaded yet, if that's what she's trying to say.
No, she was using it today on Star Wars with us, with Jay and I.
One thing about Discord, I can tell you, Saccharin actually found this out, is you need to make sure that if your game is run as administrator, your Discord is run as administrator. If your game is not run as administrator, your Discord needs to be not run as administrator. It's two different security permissions that don't interact with one another. It will work both ways as long as they're both the same. They have to be on the same permission setting, and that's why a lot of these voice comms don't work one way or the other. You have to have them both being the same. So if you're running the Discord as administrator, you need to run your games as administrator as well. It's just one little fact that we found.
I think I saw you light up, Fim, but didn't hear anything.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
Hi, Kitty.
You missed everything,
No.
including the debate on waffles, French toast, or pancakes.
I still say it, Claire's.
Is Fim okay? Like, I know when you helped, it's pretty not that bad. I don't know.
All right, any other questions for this month?
Did we already discuss why we dropped Gamebox and took Discord?
Because Discord allows us to be on mobile, it allows us to have people come into our Discord without having to download anything. They can just go to gsch.info/ce, click or type in what name they want to be known as, and hit join channel, and boom, they're listening to our events. And that allows us to run public community events without having to have them download anything. In the coming months, we're going to be doing a lot more public events, and we're going to need something that people don't have to download. And what we're finding with Gamebox is people are too lazy to download. We wanted to find something that they could plug in and listen without having to download a thing.
Makes sense.
Plus, I'm going to be doing a lot more traveling in the coming years with my company, and I wanted to be able to stay in touch with you guys wherever I am. And I can't do that with Gamebox. There is no mobile client.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that there isn't.
Just for myself, or hanging around with people in another voice channel, being able to just whip out my phone and look at the text chat that's going on, it's been wonderful having the mobile app available to just still stick around.
All right, I don't see any other questions. Anyone else have any last questions or thoughts? To those joining us for the first time in the Black Desert group, welcome. Hope you're enjoying yourself. If you ever have any questions or comments, please feel free to hit me, Bree, or Jace up. All of us will be happy to help you. It is a very confusing game, but we're getting through it, and we're getting through it together. So it's good. So happy to have you along for the ride. No, Kitty, because voice channels are different than text channels. What you see in the text is a text channel, but the voice is just what comes over voice. Alright guys, that's going to be all for this time. As always, you can get social with us. Facebook, gsch.info/Facebook. Twitter, you can find us at Gaiscioch or gsch.info/Twitter. Twitch, gsch.info/Twitch. YouTube, gsch.info/YouTube. Discord, gsch.info/voice. Or on Steam, gsch.info/Steam. You can always learn more about our community at gsch.info. Thank you so much for tuning in. So long, Govoil. I will see you next month.